Today is pretty much straightforward. I have two exercises I'm going to do today. First is the daily 2000, which is reading 2000 words aloud. I know I've already doubled the word count from 1000 that we did last week. Alongside that, I'm going to do something called the daily 60, which is gotten from Well Spoken, which is the app I'm going to be using throughout the course of this challenge. The daily 60 is just you speaking on a specific topic for 60 seconds plus. But the first things first, I want to just go straight into reading the 2000 words. It's going to be quite daunting, and I'll be seeing you when I'm done. Fucking hell, that was fucking long, man. That was a really long one. That's 2000 words. That was 2000 words. I don't know how I just did that. That was extreme. And it feels nice. It feels nice. I'm beginning to have a bit of pattern recognition in some phrases I should be using whenever I'm trying to speak. However, I think one useful exercise I would probably add to what we're already doing, maybe even before D21, would be to listen to my dictation. I think it will really help. All right, the last thing today is doing the daily 60. All right, the prompt we have here is: what is the single best piece of advice you have ever received and how did it change your life? I'm going to take a moment to think about it, then I'm going to give my point. I'm going to allow you guys to hear how I'm going to deliver it. All right, I'm going to start in 3, 2, 1. The single most important advice I've ever received in my life, particularly in this stage of my life at the moment, is do so much work it becomes unreasonable to fail. And it has stuck with me for so long because I truly think about it. All I have to do is really do a ton of work in order to get to my goals. And that has really changed my life in so many ways because all I know is that if I put in enough volume, I'm going to eventually get to my goal. And I find that quote, that advice so powerful because it helps me to focus on the things that really matters. And it turns my goals into output equations in that I just have to do X in order to get to Y. Once I find the input output equation, I can always get to my goal. You just have to do so much on the left hand side in order to get what you want on the right hand side. Ultimately, I think that's really interesting. That's probably the most terrible delivery you would ever hear. but God, I don't know what to do. If I were asked in a podcast and I said that rubbish I just gave you guys, to be honest, that's trash. What's the good best piece of advice you have ever received and how did it change your life? I didn't even answer the question, how did it change your life? I just started rambling. You can see that's pretty much exactly where we're training. So I said the single best piece of advice I've ever received is do so much work now it becomes do so much work it becomes unreasonable to feel. And I forgot to answer the last question. How did it change my life? I should have probably added stories in my life where it has truly helped and helped me get a certain result and all that. I have no structure. I'm kind of learning. This is very new. So I'm going to keep on improving on that. And that's pretty much it. If you watch it and thank you, you can drop in the comments palm wine. Drop palm wine in the comments. Thank you. I'll see you in the number 16. Peace.